Tycoon here. So this was one of my most anticipated games of last year. This one I do not care for much at all. I'll give you a 5 out of 10. But I want to be perfectly clear. So I do lots of reviews on a Dice Tower. This one, if you want to, you can consider this first impressions more than a review, because I'm not sure I played the game correctly. So there's this massive size rulebook here. This rulebook is humongous. It's terrible. I don't know if I'm playing a game correctly, but this game is, it's a complex game. That's another problem with this game, right? It's super complex. It barely fits in a box. You have to like really work hard to fit everything in a box. There's tons of pieces and tons of animals, and there's a huge amount of setup. But we're talking about a game that's on the weight of a Vital Lacerda game. It's that hefty, and I think that's a big problem because most people who play Zoo Tycoon are casual gamers. Yes, Zoo Tycoon, if you play the video game, can get very complex behind the scenes if you want to. But you can also just build a pen and then put lions in it and see what happens. This is not the way this game works. In this game, there's a gigantic board in the middle of the table that has a sheet underneath the board. You then move the board around and it will change animals. But you're not necessarily buying animals. You are getting them from other zoos based on their availability. You then build pens in your zoo. And again, there's a lot of weirdness about the rules, like you put these tiles in your zoo that build a pen. Do they have to be next to each other? There's lines in the board. There's a lot. This is, honestly, is one of the worst nice-looking rule books I've ever read. I was not 100% sure we were doing anything. But then you go, every time you put animals out, you run through a checklist to see if there's enough animals. Are they going to breed? If they breed, what do you do with the extra animals? Are they happy? How do you make them happier? And it's so much work. It's not fun at all. And the joy of Zoo Tycoon is putting animals in your zoo. So a lot of people can compare this with Ark Nova, one of the most popular games ever made. That's also about zoos. Ark Nova has a zoo theme to it, and it's about animals, but it's about the game mechanisms and being fun. The person who designed this game obviously cares about animals a lot, because there's a lot of different things in here that they care about, conservation and stuff. But honestly, there's just so much overhead and so many rules and such a problem that my desire to ever play this again is null. And that's a bummer because I love the theme. I like how the game looks. I like that there's the different meeples for the animals. I mean, look at the picture in the back of the box. It just looks cool, right? It looks fun. But I think a lot of people are going to get foiled by this. And some people are going to enjoy it. But I found it to be such a mess that I cannot really recommend it.